Virginia has led the way in education for decades, and this year's no different. This year, Virginia education went high-tech. You may have already seen the video I did on House Bill 930, the SOL reform bill, where I talk about computer adaptive testing and how we're using technology now to better understand how well each individual student understands the content of that subject matter in that particular class, and also how we're reducing the number of SOL tests. If you haven't, we'll have that link below for you. But another bill that was introduced this year and passed was House Bill 1115, which established the Virtual Virginia program, basically an electronic online classroom. It's basically a clearinghouse for online learning for our students. It's going to allow a lot of instructional material to be put online that the students can look and learn and supplement their classes, and teachers can also use to help supplement their teachings of certain subject matter. It's a great way to use technology, almost a way to use crowdsourcing with regards to the education of our students. Another bill that came through was House Joint Resolution 1, and this set up the teacher career ladder. Basically, it reinforced individualized student growth through high-performance individualized teaching. Essentially, we want to reward teachers on how well that they're doing in the classroom, but the biggest issue has always been, how do you monitor that and how do you measure that? And you can't just say, let's look at the SOL test scores, because in some cases, maybe they're in a school that is known to have high test scores, and in other cases, maybe the school is one that needs a lot of attention, and the teachers really have more of a challenge inside that classroom getting those test scores elevated. What this does is it talks about baselining at the beginning of the year where the students are, and then helping reward teachers based upon where that baseline was and where the students finished at the end of the year. I think this is a great out-of-the-box program to look at how we recognize and reward our teachers based on how they're able to elevate a student over the course of the year. And then the last bill that I think garnered a lot of attention with regards to education this year was House Bill 1229. This was a bill dealing with the A through F grading system. It's a bill, if you remember in the past, there was a bill that went through that was going to grade all of our schools A through F. There was a lot of concern about moving forward with that for a number of reasons. And this bill delayed it. Initially, it was going to delay it 1 year. It came out of conference committee because the Senate put a delay in for 3 years. The House had a delay for 1 year. They compromised, and it'll be now delayed 2 years before we look at implementing the A through F grading system of our schools. So those are a few bills that I think were the biggest highlights of our education agenda this year up to the House of Delegates. And there's other ones out there too if you want to look at legislative services, but take a look at these. I think you'll be really happy with where we went this year.